near the coastal city of Sidon. Moments ago, the United States vetoed a draft UNSC resolution blocking a demand for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire. The United States instead circulated an alternative draft, as it is negotiating a UN Security Council resolution that proposes a temporary ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. Now, it's the first time United States draft the UNSC has mentioned the word ceasefire. Algeria has prepared the document. The vote comes as Israel prepares to move into Rafah, the most crowded city of the enclave, where some 1.3 million people. So far, on all the UN actions on the Israel-Hamas war, the United States has consistently rejected demands for an outright ceasefire. All EU countries except for Hungary have claimed and called for an immediate humanitarian pause in the war. So far, though, the European Union has struggled to form a united response against Israel's military operations. Now, the bloc's foreign policy chief, Joseph Borrell, has said that 26 member states have agreed on a statement demanding a halt to the fighting that would lead to a sustainable ceasefire. The EU countries have reiterated their calls to Israel not to launch an assault on Rafah. Meanwhile, this is Gaza. A refugee camp in Nusayrat was hit by Israeli strikes. Gazans in the refugee camp inspected the damage and buried their dead after the strike.
What happened was that the Israeli forces targeted a house inhabited by civilians who had nothing to do with anything. They were targeted without prior warning. They were all young children.
The United Nations has sounded the alarm over the dire humanitarian situation in Gaza. UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees has released images that show schools and a health center in ruins. Just earlier, another UN agency said that the scarcity of food and safe water has triggered a steep rise in malnutrition.